it will look better if you approach it that way. Let's not wait any longer, War Barbie, because now we are heading into draft of game number 2. Team Flash going up against RCC. It is going to be CC and Fermis as the bands from Team Flash. And then if you're looking at Royal Cybersports Club or RCC, we are seeing that it's Matilda as well. I think it's the same band as before, like yeah, Matilda as well as the Nolan for RCC.
Yeah. I mean, if they want to play the same, like, did you saw this kind of stuff when teams like second game they want to do like the same draft and the same bands and trying to like prove some points? Maybe we're gonna see something like that here.
Yeah. All too well. I've seen that so many times. So yeah. That being said, I'm remembering what Team Flash banned after this. Well, they did ban the Guinevere this time. So that means that they might be the team they might be the ones who are eyeing the Arlott or the Joy. But now, since the Joy is banned out, it's either Arlott or Ruby for Team Flash.
Ruby, like, I don't know, Benedetta went so good in the previous game, so maybe they just gonna repeat this one because, I mean, if Terizla being drafted and he can just be kited, out-rotated.
Yeah. Arlott.
And Ruby can lose to this Terizla.
Yeah, that's true. But then RCC, knowing their priorities, they might just go for Terizla. Nevertheless, their third pick perhaps. And there's the Ruby, as expected. Might be a Terizla for RCC. And well, because they don't have the Joy now, maybe they're not that scared of the Harith. Maybe just go Claude or for RCC. Like Terizla, Claude, or...
Some insights. I don't think they have Claude available here on the level needed to win the game. So this is one of the things that Team Flash might not knowing, but I don't think the Claude is a good option for RCC.
Okay, well they will go for Novaria Arlott, so that's a very comfortable draft now for RCC. Team Flash, they need some sort of assassin that can dive the Novaria eventually. We're going to be looking for that. Team Flash is also a team that likes the Hellcurt, which is an assassin that really makes it so difficult for Novaria to play. But if they do want to go for Hellcurt, that will be in the latter portions of the draft. That could be their last pick, right? So they might just go for... yeah, they just go for another Harith, actually, for Team Flash. No, they go Fanny.
The Fanny, yes. Thank you. I love when the people... And now the easy part is done. Now you gotta, like, perform with the Fanny. Please don't farm till level 6. Go earlier.
Yeah. Well, if there's anything, Hades is a Fanny master, so... you can expect him to be aggressive in the early stages. It's gonna be that's definitely gonna be one of the considerations here. RCC, they definitely need more lockdown. Apart from Arlott, surely great when it comes to like controlling with the Final Slash as well as the Vengeance and also the Dash. That's a good answer for RCC because that's the thing with Fredrid. It kind of combos well with the Arlott. Because there's a lot of sources for CC. Like you have a knock-up, you have a taunt, if you are the Fredrin, and it's very much spammable because when you land your taunt, you reset your knock-up anyway. So there's just a lot of like synergy between Arlott as well as Fredrin. So that's such a great pick for RCC.
Yeah, the synergy is the key. You know, it's every time. But Valentina, like as well, is kind of blocking RCC for going this LE crowd control type of heroes. Like it's so uncomfortable now to pick like Grok, Minotaur because you're gonna get this back.
Yeah. Exactly. Valentina. That's the strength of the Valentina. RCC are going to be banning out the Harith. And interestingly, Team Flash bans out the Brody. Brody is a hero that, in a way, answers the Fanny. The real marksman answer to the Fanny is the Moskov. I'm not sure if RCC plays that hero. But yeah, Brody is a soft answer to the Fanny because it's tanky enough and it has a reliable stun against the Fanny. So you can actually stop the Fanny and then take over with stacks, and you can reach it with the ultimate if you're fast enough on popping it. So it just makes a lot of sense for Team Flash to ban this Brody.
Yeah, pretty good ban, but hey, again, like there is pretty much what RCC can pick now. Leslie 1-1. That's what cleaned. Maybe there was clean, but clean getting banned again.
Yeah.
I hope Wizard gonna pick just pick 1-1. Man, I mean, this is kind of again inside. I told you I played with like 3 players a lot and coached 2 of them, so I know them. They're like my children. So yeah, and or carry as well.
Carry.
He have like so good 1-1, but he like he's not believing into himself and not picking this hero. So yeah, that's kind of sad to see. Like he should like commit to it and just go in, like trust.
This could be as simple as a Bruno for Team Flash. And then if you want to answer the carry, especially with the carry build up now with the Kodo tag gear carry, you might just go for something like Yuzhong actually for Team Flash. So you also have access to the backlines. And then there's also that Paquito so that you can split push, because if you're RCC and when you go Fredrin Arlet, you want to really group up together. You want to team fight as much as possible. So I'm thinking like 2 answers here. There it is. As expected, it's the Yuzhong from Team Flash.
But you know, the carry these days are going with this tanky build, and in this game in particular, it seems like a very good option here. I personally absolutely don't like this build, but in this game, it's a go.
Yeah, especially against the Fanny. So now you're looking for a roamer for RCC. Do you want to go Franco? I'm not sure if they. I'm not sure if they play Franco.
Maybe Kaja, but I would actually like to see some. Tigreal. I mean that's gonna help. That's gonna help. But Valentina is a factor. Big factor
right,
now.
You're right.
Like
I think
that's so
the reason
hard.
a dash and a knockback, a knock up, and then a stun from the Tigreal. So you overload with CC, and you know, generally speaking, you're in a much better spot, or you're in an easier spot as compared to when you're going for Franco, where you need to land the hooks first.
But I mean, the Franco is the type of hero who needs to pressure enemy team without dealing any damage to them. Basically need to like get under their skin, like, so make them believe you're being hooked like from everywhere. So it's not gonna happen against Flash probably.
Gonna be a very quiet early game, I think, for at least for RCC, because they just want to make sure that they have good Lord control eventually. So they need the farm for sure.
And the lane control is some scouting from the Tigreal on the top side of jungle. Here is rotation from the Yuzhong on mid lane, potentially gonna utilize his Petrify here. I really like that. No Purify on Novaria potentially might be an attack.
Oh, Wizard. Oh no, that's a problem, Hades.
Speaking of attacks,
you were asking for this, War Barbie.
Speaking of attacks, as soon as he gets level 4, he immediately go for gold lane and picks up the main carry of the enemy team. Wow, that's good usage of the ultimate.
For sure. Diablo, I think he missed some minions up top, and that will be tricky because we don't know for sure if the Valentina will get level 4 with that. Valentina does not go for the switch, so it will not be on the level for roam kind of rotation for Team Flash, whereas for RCC, that is what they're going for. So 4 ultimates might be available for RCC. Tiger's Implosion is also available. Castle goes in for the zone out. In comes Diablo, but one shot just secures the turtle easily. Hades didn't even fight, but it comes out knockup coming out from the side of RCC, catching 2 JPL as well as Diablo down and out. Great plays coming out from RCC, and that's a twofer with a turtle to boot.
Yeah, pretty good start for RCC. That's exactly what they needed. Now they gotta help the gold laner of the carry here. And yeah, a little bit of blunder from the Valentina implosion. It, like, kind of wasted it from no one. Trying to like read the enemy attack to ult, but eventually doing nothing, which resulted to the 2 kills for the RCC. But no map control, like you would like to like have blue buff for that.
Exactly. It's gonna be RCC with already a great recovery compared to the previous game. Vanix versus Visor. Gonna be a stable lane at that. Implosion connects onto 2 after the dash. No various damage is there as well as one shot. And that's gonna be RCC finding and collecting another kill.
No, such a good follow-up from the one-shot on Fredrin here. Makes this crowd control chain even longer with his taunt and eventually finishing up. And now it's probably going to be the invade on the purple buff. Potentially Dragon going to be popped. Second skill for Navaria helps to clean up the purple buff. And yeah, pretty good pressure here. Exactly what you got to do against Fanny.
Yeah. Hades, a little bit early on the retribution, does not find the purple buff. Fortunately for Team Flash, it was the hands of Curtizi. But as a Fanny, you know, missing that retribution, the purple buff, that's gonna hurt. That kind of even tells us that RCC might just get this turtle uncontested. Team Flash will not want to fight without the purple buff on this Fanny. So that should be an easy turtle take for RCC.
Yeah, no contest here. Rubit gonna try to do something, but not obviously gonna happen here. But the lanes are being pushed for a little bit. There's some gold advantage on top. I mean, the taking of the shell, gold shell, and on top of that, even the turret. But the attack here from the Arlots run around under the turret and killing the Fanny.
Oh, that's going to be really bad for Hades. Losing his life up top for a free kill. And then the entirety of RCC just farming. Vanix wants to fight against Visor right now. He's quite low. Gonna be chased down. Good defense coming from JPL, but the flicker place is there. Look at that. Appraiser's Wrath. And in comes the Astral Echo. Vanix now in trouble. Very low HP. Implosion copied by Curtizi. Connects onto one shot. And they have the damage with the turret. They take him out. Now they want to find more. And RCC biting off more than they could chew. They did not respect the damage, and Team Flash punishes.
Such a good stolen implosion here from Valentina. Catches absolutely off guard one shot here and tanking like 5 tower hits, which finished him off.
Vanix with a good recovery out there with the Hasclaws, almost with the Berserker's Fury. It's a little bit waiting for that one. Hades.
Ooh, the damage.
And so far, Castle is being on point with this Arlet.
Yeah, Castle farms a little bit more than Yuzhong, but on the other hand, the Bruno has a lot of farm, almost get his Berserker's Rage finished. It's around maybe like 1,000 gold more. Initiation and Implosion with counter-attack on Flicker, catching up 2 people, big control, and the kill that RCC needed. The Bruno shut down, and the follow-up on the Valentina here finished her off as well, and that's 3 kills for nothing.
A very clean take from RCC, and it all started with Kupi going in for the flicker implosion play, catching 2. Defense. Visor gonna be taken down by Hades. Overstaying in the mid lane. Might be able to push. The stuns. Okay, JPL defends for now. But there's another wave of minions.
Do not underestimate Fanny yet again, even though purple buff was taken from her and she was killed, and the thunder belt is built on like a first item, which gives you obviously HP and armor, still almost like one shots.
Yeah. But then RCC are still leading. They might even be able to push bottom lane as the Arlet is there. It is gonna be complete. Hades not gonna find anything onto Castle. Castle just holding his ground. Mid lane, they want to defend this. Vanix receives the Astral Sphere. That's gonna hurt. But because of the Has Claws, he's able to just lifesteal some of the damage away.
There's a great potential for a huge implosion this game because of Astra Echo, which gives the bigger hitbox on the enemy.
Yeah.
And the tower eventually gets just backdoored and yeah, no middle turret.
Yep, there was an update where if your magic damage is higher than your physical, you consider magic damage as your autos on turret.
Yeah. I understand. And mages can push good as well.
Yeah, that's right. Here we go. Looks like there's a little bit of a standoff up top of the river. And T-Flash are not confident playing this because they don't have the purple buff again from the Fanny. And nevertheless, Fanny's in the bottom lane as well. Hades just can't catch a break. I mean, Castle is just destroying this Fanny. And even Kurt receiving that Astral Fear. Troublemaker just hitting the shots. Invasion coming out from RCC. Hades badly needs this. One shot is the first one to get to level 12. But Fanny secures it nonetheless.
No,
Scary
even though
stuff
one
for
level
Hades,
advantage,
but he gets it.
very good retribution.
Yes. And
but the
now the Lord
RCC
has
now
spawned.
might go for the Lord because there is no retribution kinda, and Fanny wants to invade for herself. Arlo doing a lot of
no.
damage actually for Fanny, misses his ultimate, but the second skill of Novaria hits right in the front of the fly, and Diablo here trying to invade himself and forced to use the Black Dragon to run away, but followed by the arrow yet again, and the snipe from the potential snipe from the Troublemaker not needed.
A disastrous sequence of events for Team Flash. They will lose the Lord for sure. And Hades already outplaying his opponent Castle, but he did not realize that there's a Troublemaker Astrosphere that is ready to receive him. And that actually allowed Castle to eventually take out Hades because Hades was chunked too low. And Team Flash now behind by 5,000 gold, and there's even a Lord gonna be pushing towards Team Flash.
Oh yeah, the underestimation here happens. Like they didn't expect RCC to like prioritize purple buff for Fanny, which is like #1 thing you should do against Fanny. Kinda always. I mean, Yuzhong tried to cover up the buff, but you gotta like I don't know attack on that. And now Fanny should play without purple buff, which is absolutely possible actually. You just need to understand how to do it.
Well, the RCC are leading by so much. 6,000 now, gonna be pushed in the middle. For sure they'll convert with that, and then Wiser up top just ushered the wave. The minion flow is great up top. They took down the turret naturally. And even the bottom lane is gonna be zoned out. Oh my god, RCC are playing this so well. They are pushing and they are so disciplined at this. 4-man Astral Echo.
Yeah,
it could be an implosion for RCC. Yeah, be careful about this. Final Slash not gonna connect. In comes Diablo with the ultimate, but it's not gonna catch anyone. So weird play coming out from Team Flash.
Yeah, just for in the sake of defense, probably was popped the dragon to save their inhibitor turrets here. It's understandable. Maybe it was unnecessary, but like you know, you never know the future. I mean, the RCC could attack here, and they was kind of prematurely used the Black Dragon form.
Oh man, we're gonna be some split push from Hades, but Castle is there. Fortunately for him, the Astral Echo does not hit. One shot almost controls him, but he gets out. Even the orange buff is getting reset here. He's gonna take it. It should be Hades still. But they need the purple. And this is the priority now for RCC. Clearing out the minion wave and then transferring to this fight. Castle is in here. So difficult for them to fight. And that's an easy purple buff invasion coming up from RCC.
Yeah, and a potential setup for the Lord in 35 seconds. Here the split push comes. I don't know about that. Ultimate have no energy now to run away. Two heroes cutting up. Carrie trying to stack her own passive, running in, popping ultimate, and makes the revenge for the turret.
Not even needing the implosion. Easy job for RCC for now. 12 seconds before the Lord, they don't have Hades. And surely Hades will not have the purple buff because he died. Oh, 100% sure that RCC will secure this second Lord of the game.
Yeah, second Lord probably gonna remain uncontested here. Carry already starting to chunking down with Fredrin here, working down on the Lord. In 10 seconds, you gotta kill it like right now, probably. Yeah, Lord is dead, and in 5 seconds it's gonna come, which is pretty good, and gonna march towards the mid lane.
Oh. Here we are with RCC dominating the game, giving away this Fanny for Hades, but outplaying him all along the way. And it's just a unfortunate sequence of events for Team Flash. Already put them in a very compromised spot. Now it's so difficult to recover if you're RCC, if you're Team Flash, I mean.
Yeah,
Now
Astral
the push
Echo
from the
is
Lord.
gonna soon fly on the team, but enjoying just the second skill. No ults yet, not rushing
Diablo.
things, but trying to kill here Diablo is dead just for duration of the taunt on the Fredrin and Carry damaging mid lane. Fanny from the behind gets interrupted by the airborne effect of Fredrin, and here they're
JPL.
trying to kill the tanks here, but no
They wanna
damage.
defend.
Phoenix absolutely no damage, and here
Hades.
is the gold advantage comes out from Hades. Gonna try to do the
Hades.
from the base to the face and not reaching the fountain and not reaching his HP in time. There was potential probably to defend if the Miraculous play here, but not gonna happen. And such a smart tank in here for Fredrin to make this crystal pop.
Now we're going into game number 3 as Hades tried, Curteasy tried for the side of RCC. And it all started because of some disastrous moments in the mid lane where Hades was taken out, and also when they went in for the invade, when RCC went in for the invade, the purple buff went to Curteasy instead. So there's so many unfortunate events that piled up together, and then eventually Team Flash couldn't recover. They are making the bad decisions. Diablo just can't find an opening. This was a very underwhelming performance coming out from this Yu Zhong, not able to find any good openings at all. That's how they, the house of Team Flash just crumbled.
Yeah, I think the Arlot shouldn't be given here because he's just doing so much, and during the game he's kind of like a problem for Team Flash. He's like a second tank running around with much higher damage. Here the Ruby tried to initiate, which resulted to the counter attack of the implosion of 2 people from the higher hitboxes here, and resulting kill all 3 of them, which probably was a turning point in the game.
Yeah. Well, definitely an important turning point, and this was that one. 9 minutes in, this is where it's already the event horizon for Team Flash, where although they were already trailing behind, but that kind of disastrous set of plays, that meant that there is really no chance for them to get back. And now Diablo just can't even pop his ultimate, not even finding a good opening. And they tried heavily. You can see that the clear was there. The idea was there for Team Flash. They just want to clear the minion wave. That's what Hades tried to do. But they didn't have the proper timing for this. And clutch immortalities as well for the side of Team Flash. Here, the reason why carry is decent against and can be played against the Fanny is that when you pop your ultimate and you have enough attack speed, you actually pop the Fanny even when you start to run away because you lock down your normal attacks anyways. It follows the Fanny.
Yeah, but you just shouldn't attack any different targets to kind of trigger your passive on the different targets and just leave it to stack up on Fanny.
Yeah.
Novaria
be,
gets MVP this game, 30% of damage to 111 and the high goal per minute ratio. Well deserved, but I think
I agree.
Alot was like with that solo kills, Fanny on the top
Yeah.
lane was so huge, it opened a window for like an invade of the purple buff and yeah, a lot of stuff
So far,
triggered
Castle-
even more problems.
So far, Castle is performing so well. The previous game, you have the Terizla that he played, right? So he managed to catch the members of Team Flash time and time again with the ultimate. But in this particular game, he was able to shut down Hades, right? So he played so well that regard. And then when Hades wants to go for a split push play, he's always in front of the minion waves. And I think that's a very underrated play from Arlott from Castle. Because that meant that when you can see the Hades tries to go for the minion clear on side lanes, he just cannot stay there because the Arlott is there, so the stuns will easily connect. So I think that Castle is a very underrated